Hi, darlings. Let's get ready together. So, you guys gave me some great feedback for my Indie Palette Pans project and the palette that I'm going to be using for the year going forward. And I ended up going with the Unearthly Leather and Lace, which is here. There's a couple of reasons. One, I think it's going to be easy to pan because of the color story, not because of the pans themselves, but because these colors are colors that I reach for often. And the shimmers are vibrant. It's good quality. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a really good fit for the year, and we are going to use it together today in today's Get Ready With Me. So this has maybe 5-6 uses on it. You can see like there's not really any significant dips. A little bit goes a long way. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and create kind of like a brown look for today. So I'm going to go into the lightest shade called Whiskey. So you guys gave me some great feedback. I really appreciate you taking the time to comment and just kind of give me your thoughts. This palette received more than any of the others. This palette received the most like votes, if you will, of people saying that this would be a good palette to pan, and I agree. I was heavily leaning towards this palette. Now I am going to unofficially try to pan the 2-Up palette as well. But this is going to be my primary objective. Like I said, I have makeup commitment issues, and having one main focus palette is a good thing, but I kind of like the idea of having one for like significant brights as well. So yeah, I have a big collection, and that's not meant to be bragging. It's just a statement of fact. And going in and having a project palette kind of makes me feel, I don't want to say better about my collection, but because I really like my collection, but it gives some of the palettes some usage that they deserve, you know? So this is very pretty. It layers up really nicely. This is the lightest of the brown shades, so this one's Whiskey, which doesn't look that light in the pan. Honestly, these 3 shades are very similar. They're just gradients of each other, so. All right. So I have seen a lot of new releases out there. We're like drowning in makeup right now. I don't know about anybody else, but certainly feels that way. It's a lot. Like Glamlight is doing 3 horror movies like in a month. Are y'all okay? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot for anyone, so. All right, I like this a lot. I feel like I have made this side really intense and this side not so much. And I think it's because this is the side that I was originally going for, is at like level, so. It's daytime. We don't need to go crazy with it. All right, what shade do I want to go into? I have been wanting to do a sunset look recently, so kind of tempted to go into this one for the crease. So this is a Glamlight brush, and we're going to go into the slightly smaller one in the series. That's this one, into Mahogany, which is like this color purple. Let's just play with these colors. So I have so many fun things coming for you guys that I have yet to film. I am currently waiting on the postman, so I got all kinds of goodies coming. I won the Recently Deceased palette, or De-Influenced. I keep calling it the Recently Deceased palette, but that is not right. It is a Recently De-Influenced palette. So I actually won on Instagram a contest from Bella Beauté Bar. So they actually sent me their Recently De-Influenced palette, and I just took a flat lay with it so that I would have, I like to have in my collection, I like to have, when things are new and pristine, I like to take a picture and then I can add it to my collection. I have a highlight on my Instagram that's like my collection. And it's not all of my collection because I just started doing it not that long ago. Oh my gosh, there's an airplane flying really low. Not that long ago. So I'm slowly going through my collection and kind of backtracking and taking cute flat lays of my palettes, because I think it's nice having you know, just kind of a highlight that puts it all in one place. I don't know. It's nice for me. And plus, I've noticed like people, I don't want to call them voyeurs, but people really like to watch. Like, listen, if you know, you know. You've seen the movies. Okay, let's not pretend. But people like to watch in general, and I think it's cool having a reference where you just kind of get curious and you're like, oh, let me see your collection. And having it in one place is really nice. Okay, look how pretty that is. These two colors together, it's just pretty. Do I want to bring this all the way over? I don't know. So what's funny is I've used this palette maybe 5-6 times. I have yet to try an eye primer with it, like a glitter primer. So, okay. That's cute. I like this. Okay. So let's see. What are we going to go into? Do we want to go the purple route, or let's go the tan route. So we're going to this shade. And it's fine without a glitter primer. This shimmer formula plays really nice on my eyes without a primer, so I'm just going into my finger. So I have so many things going on right now. On Instagram, I'm part of like 2 makeup collabs. I'm part of my usual casual creatives project, which we just kind of take it like, you know, kind of simple, and we have 1 monthly prompt and we all do a look for like that month. And we actually skipped it for October. Look how pretty that is. We skipped it for October because of Halloween. And there's someone else in the group who, oh my God, the air traffic is off the chain. In our group who has their own makeup collab thing that they like to do in October. So some of us are actually co-hosting it this year, and I'm one of the co-hosts. And it's the 13th Halloween. And it's basically every other day we're posting like a Halloween look based off like horror movie themes, which is really fun. I've had a lot of fun. It has given me an excuse to make scar paste and to do full face of like creepy makeup, which by the way was hilarious because my kids were sleeping when I did this like killer clown from outer space look. And I had to be very careful not to go in the bedroom, not to go anywhere near, because if they wake up and they see me dressed as killer clown from outer space, the horror. Like, it would be low-key funny because, like, listen, we're only looking to damage our children enough to make them funny, but not enough to where they're like really gonna need therapy, you know? Just saying. But okay, I love how that came out. Let me put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so mascara is on. I'm not doing a lot of eyeliner today. You know, it's the daytime and I'm not really going anywhere except to get the kids in a little bit. So this is it. I'm not really gonna wear foundation, but I do wanna put some concealer on because your girl is tired. That's what it is. So I've been thinking, and I don't know if this is the kind of content that my YouTube like audience is into, so I want your feedback. So I was thinking about doing a video for Halloween, because you guys know I love Halloween, of just like simple but cute makeup looks, like maybe 3 or 4 Halloween makeup looks, and keeping it really simple, like dog, deer, kitty cat, maybe mermaid, or like fairy, you know? Or like vampire, just like really simple pumpkin makeup or like scarecrow makeup, specifically for like kids or like people who don't want to do like horror Halloween looks, but like just kind of simple Halloween. I am a big fan. I'm not even going to put concealer on. That color corrector just did it. I think that's fine, right? I think that's fine. But just thinking about doing something like that to where it's just a really simple like makeup look, you know? Let me grab my bronzer brush. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm thinking that I would like to do it, but I'm just curious if that would be something that would appeal to you guys, because it's not like the normal content that I try to do, but it's spooky season and I try to accommodate. All right, so I'm going into my normal. Look how big that pan's getting. Tarte bronzer. did you know they don't sell this duo anymore, but they do sell the bronzer and the blush separately. And this bronzer color is called Seychelles, or Seychelles, Seychelles, you know, like France. I think it's France, right? But yeah, so my husband and I, we snuck away this weekend. So my sister watched the kids for us, and we went to medieval times. Here's a picture of us getting our drink on. But it was so fun. I haven't been to medieval times since I was a kid, and it was worth it. And I forgot that they do like a set menu, so everybody gets the same food unless you have like a specific diet requirement. Everyone gets the same menu, and they literally like come out and they're like, you eat with your hands, and it's the kind of food you can eat with your hands. It's like corn on the cob and like chicken and tomato bisque served in like a little soup cup thing. But I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Like, it's the really like silly things that you don't really, you know, think much about, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And then we went to Drawn to Life, which is the Cirque du Soleil show. And it was very sweet, but it definitely made me tear up. And that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. I was like, damn it. Why you gotta do me like that, Cirque du Soleil? And honestly, like, it happens like every time. All right, I think I want to do I want to do a red lip with this look? I kind of want to wear Aventura because I think that'd be pretty. So let's do it. This is one of my favorite reds, and I haven't worn it once in like this season. So I'm like, okay, it's time. Let's see if I can pull this off. I do have a mirror right here. So it was very, very cute. And it's Cirque du Soleil. Like, what they do is mind-boggling. Like, the cast was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, yeah. So, I wanted to go to Disney Springs because I haven't been to Disney Springs, which used to be called Downtown Disney if you haven't been in a while. And I haven't been in a really long time. So I told my husband, when we were talking about like, you know, trying to get away, trying to sneak away, I was like, well, why don't we just go downtown Disney Springs? We'll eat and we'll, you know, putz around the shops because I like to take my time and kind of meander. He's like, yeah, sure. And then like we ended up going to Planet Hollywood. The food was fine. The service was slow, but it was just a really nice weekend. We haven't had a weekend away in quite some time, so I was like, oh, lovely. So Orlando is just such a busy city compared to, I live in St. Pete, and it's just such a busy, honestly, everything is more of a chore there. All right. So, oops. Let's do that. Well, I think that looks fine. Kind of right there. I know it's weird. I almost never like putting my lipstick on the camera, but here we are. I almost kind of feel like I need an eyeliner, but I don't know. Do I like it together? That's the question. I love Aventura, but I usually wear it with more of a neutral eye. I always came up in the in like the makeup thing as like either a bold eye or a bold lip, but never both. But you know, honestly, it doesn't look bad together. It's a little much. Maybe I'll add some eyeliner, but anyway, so this is probably going to be a go-to look for me eye-wise for the foreseeable future because I am going to try to hit pan in this one. So I have lots of things coming for you, so stay tuned, and I love your faces. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's kind of like a slow little get ready with me, but you know, I just wanted to put a video on my page. Like, you know, and just talk about, you know, the palette a little bit and do something simple. If you have this palette, Leather and Lace by Unearthly, pull it out and use it because it's a pretty little thing and it deserves some use. So this will be going into my Indie Palette Pans playlist. which right now only has looks from my last year's palette, which was the Hella palette. So if you're joining along with the Indie Palette Pans project, please comment and tell me what palette you're going to use in the comments below. I'm always curious. You guys, because of you guys, I learn new things all the time. So I appreciate you being here. I love your faces, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.